Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Super Smash Bros. Monday. I'm your regular host, Gami, but something's a little different. In case you haven't noticed, Wyatt seems to have merged into a blonde-haired boy who, I gotta say, quite frankly, I've never seen before. Welcome to the stream, Brody Uno. By the way, just first name vibe check, just already got it. How are you feeling? Welcome to the stream.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm excited. I'm really happy actually. I am sorry that I had to steal the beloved place of Wyatt Lefevre, but hey, he lives on in our hearts. Okay,
Yes,
sometimes
he
I can
does.
still hear him.
We'll remember him in our hearts. We'll hear his screaming voice just off in the distance somewhere.
Yeah.
Just magically, we can remember his memory and what all he has done for us. But now he is gone. He's been sent off to work in the dangerous conditions of North Dakota. Checking out
Yeah.
and running
Some.
those streams. I am remaining. Going to be standing stalwart here with my good pal Brody. We're going to be holding it down. And you know what? No better way to get started than by getting started. We got a wonderful match here coming up soon between Wubblebub and Monado Boy. Now, Brody, you were giving me some insider information. I told you stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Not yet. We can't spoil ourselves. So please. Floor is yours.
I know. I was getting a little too excited earlier, but allow me to just say, Bub and Monado Boy have been having a killer season. Okay, both of them are 5-0. I mean, it is truly impressive. These two are, apologies, 4-1. They have been having a killer season. With most of their wins going 3-0. I mean, it is. Honestly, I am expecting a wonderful and amazing matchup here between these two.
I mean, yeah, I'm expecting something good too. I remember I played Wubblebub over the summer at Optics. Your God, that boy nearly made me crash out. I was getting so mad. The DDD was making me mad. I remember I lost that set. And then I just kind of sat there afterwards and didn't talk to anyone at like the couch in the venue, just listening to music, staring straight at a wall. And I just did that for 30 minutes.
Wow, it was one of those losses where you just
It was one of those losses. I was playing on a laggy TV against his DDD, just spamming Gordo. I was so mad. I was so mad. I got my run back. I got my run back in my mind because I beat Blaze's DDD later, and I'm like, yeah, I can do it. You know what? I can do it.
Yeah.
And so mentally, I got my run back, but still, it's still a little bit of a sore spot. But we are already hopping into this one. The Sephiroth,
wonderful,
from the Monado Boy, which I'm still disappointed. If you're gonna have Monado in your name, you gotta play Shulk. But still,
I feel like they're just teasing you at this point, playing every other character but Shulk, every other sword character too.
Pretty much. I mean,
I know.
I mean, it is Shulk. It's not like it's the greatest swordy.
No, but
if you're a Shulk believer in big 2025, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I'd be fine leaving Shulk back in 2024 for us. I think that was a sore spot for us.
I think it was. I'm glad that he's gone. I hope they remake him in the next Smash game because it's just not who Shulk is at all.
No, absolutely not.
No,
they did him dirty. They did him really dirty.
They did my boy dirty. But, besides that point, Wubblebub already off to a pretty nice lead here. Wing already out. So maybe Monado Boy can do something. But, an SD like that, that's early? Unfortunate.
Wow. DDD, honestly, the one thing that I hate about him is how good he is at just keeping you off the edge. He's got his neutral B. He's got just so many aerial options that it's so annoying to try to fight him when you're just off the edge like that. It's so annoying.
It is. It can be really annoying, but that's mainly because it's an extremely good tool. But, Wubblebub going for the same option of edge guarding there, not able to get it. But also, one read I am loving here from Wubblebub is he keeps picking up when Sephiroth is going to counter and instantly just running in with a grab. Because Sephiroth counter is not that great, if we're being honest. Sometimes it doesn't even block a move, even if you get the read. Sometimes you could just go through it. It's a little funky like that. So Wubblebub's ability to keep challenging it, I'm really liking. And as we saw earlier, has led to some stocks getting taken.
Yeah. I would also say that the idea that Wubblebub's been doing is shooting the Gordo out and then sucking it back in, almost trying to bait the counter so that you could just run in with the grab like you were saying earlier. I think that is really impressive.
Yes, it is. But Monado Boy on the board now. Finally got a stock to not getting 3 stocked. Okay. You know, things could be worse.
Yeah, and you know there is a comeback. There is a comeback possibility here.
Yes, there is. I mean, we're also seeing a good use of get up attack earlier, throwing out the counter.
Yeah.
I feel like Wubblebub at this point is kind of just expecting to roll out a counter. And is, again, kind of part of that game plan to just deal with counter. Monado Boy is kind of just throwing out a lot of the same, just kind of random options. And Wubblebub is really having a great time just navigating around these options because he just knows what's coming, really.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he should have seen that one coming. It's been the same option a few times over now.
I know. At this point, if I was Wubblebub, I would be expecting it. Maybe if I was really trying, I would. If I really wanted to be, you know, disrespectful, I would throw a neutral B and try to like get the roll read. That would be.
Oh, with the jet hammer. Yes, sir.
Yep.
But not able to get it this time.
Nope.
Now, it's a little weird, that one. Monado Boy did have a fairly nice job. You know, got it back to where it's like, okay, it's last stock now. Maybe something can happen. But that didn't happen until like 140%. And at that point, the game is kind of over. It would take Wubblebub seriously throwing. Luckily, he did not. Instead, kind of locked in, leaned in the gamer chair a little bit, and just hit his up tilt. Got that one taken care of. Moving to 1-0. Now, it's just the question of,
you know,
what happens next? What do you change in a match like that?
You know, honestly, if I was sitting here and I was sitting here as Monado Boy and I saw the fight that just happened, I would think to myself, I would think, what happened? And I think the main key that just happened there was you just couldn't get any chains going. You know, you couldn't get those attacks rolling, couldn't get them connected very easily, and it ended up leading to the like we were saying earlier, just kind of throwing stuff out and just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks. And unfortunately, with Sephiroth, it's not a great option. You know, Sephiroth is such a finicky character that just trying to throw stuff at a wall and see what works, you're not going to be met with very good results. However, there is very good options that you can use as Sephiroth to try and, you know, get those moves going, you know. And I think one of the things that he could have used better is juggling, honestly. Sephiroth's juggling capability is by far one of the better of the game, and I think he could just use that more often. I mean, Wubblebub was in the air a lot, so, you know, why not try to mix things up a bit, you know?
I agree, because I really feel like, I mean, we all know Sephiroth's sword. Massive. Huge. Devastating. It is huge. That sword...
Oh my god.
I mean, somehow shorter than Sonic's F Smash, which, we'll put a pin in that. But, yeah, that's true. I see your face. That's a true fact there, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, but so maybe some juggling. Playing the air game, I think, would be a little bit better. Knowing how to counteract and kind of deny a lot of that airspace. But moreover, if you really want to try and play this kind of drawn-out projectile game that Wubblebub seems to be kind of dominating right now, you'd want a bigger stage like PS2, and you'd want to just kind of step back and just throw out those projectiles. Moreover, I'm not seeing a lot of the purple orb move. You know the move I'm talking about. Like that exactly. That one right there. We saw none of that last game. I want to see more of that because it's such a great pressure tool to kind of just force your opponent into shield to get an instant grab counter and maybe start building something off that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely one of Sephiroth's more you know, if you're on the back end, if you're really trying
to, I'm sorry to cut you off. That was insane.
I was just about to say, I can't believe that hitbox hits. No, that is really weird. But no, I think if you're back against a corner, throwing out the purple orb move, like you were saying, it's just nice, you know. It allows you to get back in the game and get back into that active state, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, but losing that stock.
SD. Wow.
Yeah, SD. And what was 12% too, meaning you're not even like it's close being able to take the stock.
I know. That's
gotta hurt.
You're he's probably thinking to himself right now, thinking, man, I should not have been hit by that one. Or should not have died to that one.
Yeah. What I'm seeing a lot from Monado Boy, though, is a lot of just running. It's a lot of
Mhm.
picking an option and committing to it and just running in apropos of whatever Wubblebub is doing. It feels like you
Yeah.
really kind of need to start reading the opponent a little more and stop just kind of picking your option then doing it. And instead kind of more reacting to what your opponent's doing. Try and wait out DDD a little bit instead of always being the one to make the move.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, DD is one of those characters that you just kind of have to like let you kind of have to not only predict but also kind of let him do his doing and figure out like what was doing here, you know? And I feel like Sephiroth is such a physical and such a like what's the word? Aggressive character that you can't play the slow game, you know?
I mean, sitting there
Is
with
he-
Jet Hammer.
Oh.
Oh, just dies to the threat
That's-
of Jet Hammer.
The aura there is massive.
Insane
I-
aura. That's plus aura right there. Oh my word. Plus 100 aura. Gets a
Absolutely.
just released all the aura. Just fall. Just fall.
Didn't even have to do anything. Didn't have to jump. Just held the hammer out, and you know what? He just was like, I can't do nothing about that one.
Because the
Oh,
funny thing
man.
is, Sephiroth's counter, if he jumped up and got the counter, because I'm going to guarantee Wubblebub would have just let it go right away. I am almost guaranteeing the counter would have broken. Like, it would not have
Yeah.
countered.
No, I think I'm with you there. Actually, I think it would have just I would have hurt more than it would have done, but I would have been something, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you don't roll in there. What you do, I mean, as your Sephiroth, what you do, you jump up and you fair. You just do the
Mhm.
poke thing because just one hit knocks him out of the move.
Right.
That's, kind of
Yeah.
simple, easy as can do. But unfortunately, another SC. These SCs are really kind of hurting Minato Boy right now. Just kind of really dragging
Yeah.
him down because we've seen ideas of what he could be doing, but then every time he's not able to do it because he's already down a stock because he loses an SD. So hopefully able to lock in a little more. Switching to the Dark Samus,
Dark
which
Samus.
I'm kind of more interested in. This is kind of more showing a willingness to play the slow game, to
Mhm.
play a lot more, waiting for Wubblebub to come, but going to it on FD might be a bit of a mistake.
I would have to agree. I feel like with these ones, you might want to go with Smashville, definitely not FD. I mean, you want those platforms, you want the small arena stage, but if you go to FD, I mean, you're not gonna have really either of those.
Interesting, but already working out better, getting that first stock taken.
Wow.
Minato Boy in a prime position right now.
Oh wow, yeah, no, Monado Boy has definitely stepped it up here. You can see he's going for a much, like you were saying earlier, he's going for such a slower playstyle, using all those projectiles, and it's working out for him. It really is.
Ooh,
Oh,
you
the
gotta
dash
see that one
attack.
coming. Got hit with the full,
dash
like,
attack.
3-ton body of King DDD right there. Body slamming him off the stage.
Yeah. I do have to say his dash attack.
It gets me every time too, so I don't even blame him.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just gotta be ready for it. It's a little bit of a schnasty 2-frame.
Yeah.
Oh, not seeing
We're
a lot
seeing
of
it- we're seeing-
zares or grabs here from Minato Boy, which is kind of interesting.
I know. I feel like that's
Been
one of
definitely some openings for a grab, and that is just another kind of one of
Oh.
those unfortunate moments. You got to understand the hammer's big. The hammer's going to hit you from anywhere. You can't just go up and shield. You got to start off with an attacking option when you know that he's already shown his hand and committed to an option. You can kind of
Yup.
play around it a little better instead of just instantly falling back into a defensive position.
Yeah, and with how slow it is, I mean, you definitely have time. You know.
Yeah.
Like you're not wanting to go for an immediate option here. Although I believe your prayers have been answered, we've been seeing a lot more aerials a little bit.
A
Definitely
little
been
bit.
seeing them.
Oh,
Although
good
definitely not as
tech
much as
read
I
there
would
from
like.
Wubblebub.
No.
Oh, and gets the jet hammer.
Oh no!
Has prophesized
Oh.
the jet hammer hits. You talked about it earlier, but we finally get to see it.
I
King
sure
DDD,
did.
Mr. Wubblebub taking it 3-0 over Minato Boy. Looked a little scary there with the Dark Samus switch, but no, Wubblebub holds on to keep the perfect win. Continues the great season. I gotta give it up to Wubblebub. He played a great game there.
That was an amazing game. Honestly, there was definitely some things I feel like Monado Boy could have done to improve the game and make it bit more of a close match. But if I was Monado Boy, I would not walk away feeling disappointed. You know, Wobo played just an amazing game. You know,
Yeah.
I think I would not be disappointed by this if I was Monado Boy. Okay.
Yeah, just hopefully go back to the drawing board, get ready for next week's matchup, because, hey, just one foot in front of the other guy, the memory goldfish. But you know what?
Yeah.
I hope you guys don't forget to stick around, because we will be having another Super Smash Bros. Match coming up here soon. It's going to be a good one. Don't miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids, and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota is consistently ranked a best value in the Midwest. That means whatever you decide to study, you know it'll be worth it. A better job, less debt, and ready for whatever comes next. Because there's one thing we all have in common. We lead our own way.
Roseville will find their golden moment. Moments of the round. Roar dashes into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And we fair. Straight in, the wide but flow able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your Mnvl 2023 Fall State champions.
Welcome back, everyone, to our second and final Super Smash Bros. Match of the evening. It is shaping out to be a good one. We got a matchup between two undefeated players. One in Mr. CJO Luigi. Oh my god, I'm getting confused. And another one in Spade. Two people who are so far undefeated. Spade only dropped 1 game this season. Luigi only dropped 2. Looking like a battle of the Titans here. Uno, how are you feeling about it?
You know, honestly, I am feeling really good about both. You know, I as you were saying earlier, they're both undefeated, and so I'm hoping this is another I'm hoping this is a really great matchup between these two.
Yeah, I am hoping so as well. I mean, to me, it just looks like I said, a battle of Titans, 2 undefeated players, both shaping up to have some pretty good seasons. Both of these players we've seen on stream. It was, let me pull this up. Yeah,
Spade was 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, took down Ash Awesome. Played a very, very nice game in the thick of it. Oh, crazy reference.
We're not playing that here. We're not playing that here. I refuse.
Crazy brain rot, Mnvl.
Oh no! It's infected me with the Mnvl.
Hey, have fun with Minecraft, man. You're gonna have a great time.
Now it's gonna be stuck in my head too. That's the worst part.
I know. I got the 60s remix stuck in my head whenever they made that one. That was a good one. Like the 40s, like 50s, 60s, like Frank Sinatra, think of it remix.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that one was funny. That one was
It
funny.
actually made the song sound better, which is awful.
Yeah. I think the beat is what kills the song, honestly. Every time I hear of it, I just think Luigi!
I mean,
Sorry.
hey, who else would he play? Mr. CJ Luigi himself, a long time Mnvl veteran. Remember, been around, gone to pretty much every state. Really, kind of just someone you always kind of instantly say, oh yeah, you're gonna be one of the top guys. Kind of just off the dome, already know that, but so far not going off to a great start for him.
Man, I do have to say, yeah, Spade just got the leads and just ran with it. Took an inch and went a mile.
Yeah, it's looking like it's really hard for Luigi here to find any sort of opening among the onslaught of projectiles that Spade is throwing out. Just needs something to break through. Gets a misfire, which is, I guess, is kind of lucky, but still, you're at 115. It's just a cascade right now.
This is rough. This is very rough. There isn't even many honestly, there's not very many options for Luigi to do here. I mean, I guess he could try to pull another misfire, but with that being such a low chance of happening, yeah, no. That was expected.
Yeah, you just can't do that. I mean, now only 20% on Spade, so not really getting any hits. What we've seen so far, story of this game, CJ or Luigi can't get in. There's a wall of projectiles, and Luigi just cannot break through it. CJO needs to find some way to get one hit on this Richter, because if he can, oh my god, the world is your oyster. One hit, and you can do a 0 to death.
Yeah, I mean,
you're going to need a pretty big hit to make it happen.
Yeah. I will say I'm seeing not a lot of down B. I feel like that's kind of the play. And did he? Oh, I thought he got blocked by that by the axe throw there. But no, there you go. There's the down B that I was looking for. Yeah. It's one of Luigi's most powerful options. I mean, it literally goes through so many things, so
it does.
I'm surprised we've been seeing so much.
One of the highest move priorities in the game. There's a full list of what beats what, and CJ and Luigi's Cyclone is like number 3.
Yeah. I honestly can't even think of any what goes above Cyclone.
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that. It's just catching. It is catching so much, but Spade still having an all right time boxing out Luigi here.
Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, Luigi's got to play lamer. I know I hate to
play
say this
lame,
about
win
Luigi,
game.
but you got to play way lamer. You just can't keep trying to get hits in. You have to just sit at the other end of the stage and let Spade throw so many projectiles, and just let that happen until you get the one opening. Like right there, we saw one opening. You just got to wait for that.
Yeah, and then you gotta make sure that when you get that one opening, you utilize it, because you don't know when you're gonna get that next opening. you know.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, too. But Cyclone there does take that stock.
Mhm.
3 minutes 57 on the board. This is a matchup where I got to say you have to look at that timer. It really could be a timeout potential here.
That would be quite the ending to this game if this was a timeout. And here we are seeing one of the 0%. Oh,
Not enough. Maybe just a little more would have been able to do it.
yeah. Do you think he's going to get it here? Yup.
Yeah,
there
gets it
is.
there. See,
Yep.
this is the X factor of Luigi. He can just kind of steal his stock whenever he pleases.
Yeah. If you get grabbed once by him, I mean, it's over. It's over. That's it.
It's over. Go home, ladies and gentlemen. Just go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
The cutscene's gonna play out either way.
Absolutely. And with a player as high level as CJ Luigi, I mean, you're not gonna see any mess ups. Honestly, it's so rare that you're gonna see him mess up a 0%.
I also don't know if we'd see the SDI needed to get out of it. Oh,
No,
gets the grab, but
'cause-
the
oh!
cross coming in just at the last moment to get the much needed save. Oh, that air dodge might have just lost him the game.
I think it did. Oh, but it pops him up. Okay.
Still surviving, but a bad grab there.
Yeah. We just
Drop shield too early, and the S-Smash takes
Yup.
it. Spade, a very, very solid performance there. A great wall out, kept things difficult, and moving on to 1-0 against one of Mnvl's best. I mean, already earlier this season, Spade took out Ash Awesome, who also goes to Big Lake. So going for maybe the Big Lake trifecta, maybe going to take out Beat as well, go for the 3 for 3, but I mean, before you can get there, you got to go through everyone else. Good start, though. But there's one thing I'd like to say. Something else that's not just good, it's great. And
What is
that's
that?
our collegiate sponsors. Our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful collegiate sponsors here at Mnvl. They are all fantastic. Love working with them. Thank you all so much. Without them, it would not be possible for Mnvl to run, pretty much. But now, hold on. I gotta pull this up. I gotta pull this up. Where?
Yep. Take your time. Here,
Where's
I'll
the
fill.
list?
I'll fill time while you're doing this.
You know what? I got a big list. I got a lot of them here. Concordia.
Oh, really?
Boom. North Dakota. Boom. Bethany Lutheran. Gustavus Adolphus. Verbero. As well as what is on this spreadsheet, we got St. Cloud State. Oh my God, love St. Cloud. So shout out to St. Cloud, Concordia, UND, NCU, Wisconsin River Falls, Leon College. Honestly, there's so many great colleges out there. Please head over to the MNVL website. Find our collegiate sponsors. They are absolutely fantastic. Check them out. Give them a call if you are interested in continuing your esports career at a potential collegiate opportunity. Reach out. There's recruiters in the MNVL Discord who would love to get in contact with you. So please reach out, and thank you to our collegiate sponsors. Without you, MNVL would not be possible.
Those are some amazing colleges. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but every single time you listened to one, I couldn't like. It was just, man, those are some good colleges there.
Already thinking about all those possibilities.
Man, my future. Yeah.
But you know what? I just got word in from Washington. An important message.
Washington?
Word from Washington.
Wow.
CJO
What
is
was that?
switching to Ridley. The notorious Luigi main has Luigi in his name. Is switching to Ridley.
That is a switch up I was not expecting, to go from a very, very light character. I mean, Luigi is one of the lighter characters in the game, and a very, very quick character too, to Ridley, a heavy, strong brute of a character. I mean, what are you thinking the idea is here, to switch up like this?
The idea is Luigi was not working whatsoever. I mean, we saw it. He picked it up a little bit later on, but we both know what we saw. We saw Luigi getting completely boxed out by Richter, and just no way was Luigi able to really find an opening and get in. I mean, I think there are things you could definitely do to make that matchup work, but one of those is, you know what, I'm just gonna switch. So
just switch characters.
Switching to Ridley. Ridley though is interesting.
You know what I think the play is here? You know what I'm thinking it is? I think it's his up B. Ridley's up B goes through Richter's axes. go through most of his
really?
projectiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. So I believe he's just trying to counter all those projectiles. I mean, and Ridley's coming in with his own projectiles. I mean, I would say that that's the idea here, is to try and stop that and force Spade to try something else. But there we go.
I mean, just projectile for projectile right now. But still, Spade doing a lot of the same work right now.
Yeah,
Very interesting. I'm watching this, and I'm kind of trying to think, what is the difference right now? Is Spade playing different? Is CJO playing different? What is really going to be the difference maker with this character switch? Because I'm really still trying to get the read on this Ridley. And one big thing I'm noticing right now is still, I mean, Ridley's got a lot of tools, but he's still a big, big boy. That is a big boy right there. And a big boy is going to get hit by a lot of these projectiles a lot more than Luigi will.
That's one.
Yeah, and that is one of those projectiles right there. Got hit by it again. Another early stock lead right now for Spade. Things are just going all of Spade's way right now. CJO needs to find some kind of way to break through.
Wow, yeah, no. I am too trying to figure it out, because my theory earlier has not been proving what has not been the play here so far. So I'm wondering what the idea was here. Maybe it was just
that stock? That stock evaporated. That stock evaporated like Minnesota snow in November.
It was just gone.
Yeah, but okay. Well, one big weakness of Richter, or just both of the Belmonts, really, is that their recoveries are really bad. Like, it is the one uppercut, and that's it. And so, Ridley being able to throw projectiles off stage and kind of have his many jumps to kind of go off stage should help CJO a lot in trying to find some early kills against Spade here.
I do wonder if that's maybe Luigi CJO was like, you know what? If you're gonna hit me with these projectiles, I'll just hit you with some projectiles too as well. You know, and I wonder if that's what the idea was here.
Oh, possibly.
I guess we'll never know unless we are CJO.
Yeah,
And
I guess so. Unless we can speak to the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
But what a little combo right there! Hit him with the 1-2 uppercut, knocking CJO down to 0-2 right now. One more game and Spade walks away with the 3-0, and we get 2 clean sweeps for our matches here this Monday afternoon.
Wow. That honestly, that was clean. I know that's a pretty common combo, going to down air and then to up B. But that is just clean every single time I see it. It just it hits you right. It hits you like right here, you know, right in the heart whenever you see that happen. Yeah. It just is so smooth.
I mean, Mr. Clean, I mean, he's got the basic bald head, but you're still calling him Mr. Clean. Doesn't matter. It's basic. It's still clean. And that's what we really got to appreciate here with that nice little combo there from Spade. But now here comes the question, what do you do now? CJO, you go in thinking, you know, you're a longtime player, longtime guy. Spade, a difficult opponent, but you still think you can put up a pretty good fight. And now here you are, not able to really do much. The matchup is really kind of messing with you. What do? Do you stick to your guns and say Ridley's the right counter pick? Or do you go back to the Luigi?
Or do you throw in a new character in a completely new counter stage?
I think we'll see.
The idea, I was saying the idea here could be throw him off so much that he just gets so confused. That could be a valid strategy. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but that is a secret third option.
That is a strategy. It is definitely on the board of possibilities. I will say that. It is definitely an option.
Yeah.
But I will say, if I was CJO Luigi, what I would do is I'm thinking the best course of action is you want to go to a bigger stage. You want to go to a stage with a lot of room to dance around the projectiles. You don't want to get stuck in those traps where you're just constantly getting hit in the mix with those projectiles, and you go back to Luigi. So that means a PS2, even though you lost there earlier, a Town and City, or a Kalos. I say you want to go to one of those stages, and you just want to go, okay, it's a big stage. I'm just going to go and take a step back, let him just kind of do everything, pull out all of his moves, do whatever he can. But, oh, wait, Oh, no, I see.
I'm
your-
sorry. I'm getting
Are you
this
getting a message?
I'm getting this message, this premonition from some other worldly being.
Oh, what is it?
I'm hearing CJO is playing Falco.
Why?
That is the worst. Oh.
Okay.
Not the worst.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Falco.
Reflector?
Falco reflector. Falco laser.
Okay,
Falco
I can
W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the thinking now. Pulling
You can
out
see the
a reflector.
vision.
I can see it. I'm just wondering how much is gonna work out. You know? Because I feel like it gets to the point. You can have a reflector, you can have all these things, but with Spade throwing out just as many projectiles as he is. I mean, and Falco's reflector being a throw out and not just a like over the player, like you actually have to hit it. That is gonna be pretty hard to hit, pretty hard to get. You know?
Yeah, I would agree. Because also with that Falco, I mean, I like the Falco more than I like the Ridley by a mile. I'll say that by a mile.
yeah.
I like that matchup more. You get the reflector. A lot of your options are better because I feel like when you get in on Richter, you need to be able to capitalize. You can't just get one hit and call it quits. You got to get a big string. And I think Falco definitely has the tools for that. So I feel like Falco, a better option here, a better matchup, but only time will tell if I am spitting nonsense or spitting facts. I mean,
And it seems like you're spitting facts. Wow, I think we're seeing something that Falco is really good at, and that's just getting up and close personal with you. And that's kind of what Richter doesn't want. You know, Richter wants you to be further away, so you can throw all those projectiles. But if Falco can just get up in your face, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, early signs of some scary. You don't want to be over-reliant on that reflector.
Oh,
that
yeah.
reflector, if you are over-reliant, will hurt you more than it will do for you. Because if you just throw it out, you are so easy to punish. So you got to be really careful about when you throw it out. Gets the timing on the S-Smash there.
Those are hard. Those are hard to hit. But no, yeah, I agree with what you were saying earlier about the throwing out the reflector bunch. I mean, you don't want to play your cards too early. You know,
Yeah.
You want to throw it out. It's like a counter. You know, if you throw it out
All
a million
the time,
times,
your opponent's going to be ready for it.
right? But if you throw it out in that like last second, like right before he realizes it, it's like, oh shoot, I shouldn't. You know, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. You know?
Yeah, chat. This is what we call conditioning.
Mmm.
Very important part of the game that not a lot of people realize. Conditioning, doing the same move or movement to get your opponent to respond with the same action so you can switch it up at a later time.
Oh, and we see the reflector working out actually really well right there. I think that was amazing. Amazing use of the reflector there.
I think it was a very, very nice use of the reflector there. Spade now on the back foot. Got a big combo off of that, but I mean, you're sitting on the back foot. You're on Town and City, which I don't feel like is going to be a great stage for Richter.
No. That, you know what? I think you spoke
that's
it
why
into
they call it a
existence
counter
earlier.
pick.
That is true. You did talk about this earlier, talking about going to a Town and City, and I think it's working out in CJ's favor.
I think it's working out beautifully right now. I mean, you are up a stock. The game is in your hands pretty much right now.
Absolutely. You know, you've got the reins here. Now all you got to figure out is, well, what do you do with it?
Yeah, how do you close it out?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're just kind of throwing out a lot of options right now. Waiting for our big opportunity. Each person just throwing out whatever. Spade looking to take the stock here because you need to get to work on this last stock as soon as possible. Because if you don't get to work on this, the extra credit just keeps building and building, and it is so hard to get out of. But finally, does take that stock. Definitely a winnable game for Spade right now. This game is not over by any means of the word.
Nope. There's still the chance of Spade, and
no,
CJO takes it back.
If you're gonna run into the back there, you're not gonna. The game is not gonna work out that way.
Yeah.
But you know what?
No.
CJO found the answer. The Falco is the answer. I like this Falco. I like I'm liking this Falco. I'm a Falco fan.
I do too. I was excited for Luigi earlier. Don't get me wrong. I was real excited for Luigi. You know, Luigi's my boy. But I would say Falco is definitely the pick here, and just stick with Falco. You know, don't try to switch it up a bunch.
Yeah.
You know, I know you've been trying to figure it out, you know, and that's great. You found it. Stick with it. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd say it's not worth switching it up from Falco here. I mean, the Falco, obviously, it's what's working. It just worked. But I also think a big part of that is the stage. So you got to make sure you are ready to pick another good stage. I would say, because it's the counter pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's if you're sitting at Spade right here and you're like, I just lost to Falco, you know, and I lost because of positioning, and I lost because of these factors, right?
Mhm.
What is the like correct play here? I feel like your best options would we go to maybe even a smaller stage, as long as you stay as Richter.
Well,
You'll stay.
here's the thing.
Oh,
I just got word from Washington. A message, the telegram went
Again?
down the wire, went to the fax machine, came out, had to have the little translation. And I got to say,
wow.
I was not expecting this. Spade
What?
is
What happened?
switching characters. Spade
To who?
is switching to Ridley. What is it with Ridley, guys?
I don't know. I'm like really trying to think here, and I feel like you're not gaining or really losing anything from switching to Ridley.
What are you?
I would say if anything, the only thing you're gaining is better aerial options. Like you're able to get back to stage. But
I mean,
that's about it,
it's
honestly.
the counter pick to try and beat the Falco. We're in the counter pick game right now. It is rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors. But here's the question. Is Ridley scissors? Or are we
Or is
just
he just
sticking
gonna
on
be
rock
rock?
and seeing what's going to happen? Like,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
I don't know. I feel like usually I'm pretty confident with these matchups, but with Ridley and Falco, honestly, I don't see the appeal to switch to Ridley. I feel like if I'm sitting here and I'm okay, I lost to Falco, you know. I feel like if I'm going to switch characters, I would switch to a lot of other people than Ridley. Honestly, there's so many characters, you know. You could honestly, I would even say maybe switch to Sephiroth. Maybe switch to Sephiroth as we were saying earlier. Honestly,
Maybe.
there's
Who
just a
knows?
lot of options.
Yeah, but I feel like the main thing behind this Ridley idea is purely it's not Richter. And like it's just a different character that CJO is not going to be ready for and might throw him off guard on a completely different stage. Going to Bastion, I like Bastion. I don't feel like it's really going to be too much in anyone's favor.
No, I feel like it's pretty even for the two of them.
Yeah. So far, things looking out a little better for Spade. The Ridley counter pick working out so far, and we can kind of see why a lot of these big moves able to just kind of keep hitting Falco no matter where Falco is. Able to keep the pressure on. And off stage,
Yeah.
able to get back, not having to deal with the dastardly Falco dare. And right there, the jump from ledge side B, taking that one out. Well, that is one you just got to be ready for.
I feel like you see the charge up. You see him sitting there. You see him just kind of like waiting a bit. And I feel like that's the situation where you're just like, okay, well, I know what he's gonna do. Like, you played Ridley, you know, so I feel like you should know a lot of Ridley's attacks.
Actually,
But
but
hey-
CJO did actually not use a lot of the side B now that I'm like remembering that set.
He didn't. You're right. He used a lot of.
CJO
he
was
did-
not a side B guy.
No, I feel like I saw him use it once or twice, but outside that, I feel like I saw a lot more fire from him instead of and a lot of aerials, neutral attacks, really in general.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm seeing right now. Oh!
Oh,
okay, that was
wow.
crazy.
That is not something you see every day. I've never,
No.
in my 3 years of playing this game, I should say never. I hardly see a down B from ledge. That is honestly just insane to me.
Yeah. I guess I'm looking back at this. I think CJO's biggest mistake so far this game is that for that entirety of that second stock, you can look and see he was just fishing for a kill. That is what he wanted. He wanted that stock to be gone as fast as humanly possible. But the thing is, when he was doing that, it makes his moves predictable. You know what's going to happen. You're not playing your best because you're just throwing out whatever. But with a jump read, the call out of the day, Spade closes that one out 3-1. What an F smash raid, completely obliterating my point.
Wow.
Nice work there, Spade. Okay.
You know what? That was a really good game. I like that game.
You know what? Cheers to the Ridley.
Yeah. Ridley, you know what? Hey, you know what? I apologize. I don't know if Gummy does, but I apologize for saying that the Ridley was not a good choice. You know what? That's on me. I'll have to go back to my drawing board and add that connection there. Realize, you know what? Maybe Ridley was the good choice here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. I'm sorry. I just wasn't familiar with your game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you know what? That was a match of rock, paper, scissors, hopping back and forth. Character. What a match. I gotta say.
I know.
Hey. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey. Oh, wrong side.
Other way, it's mirrored. You'll figure it out. Welcome to the broadcast, Brody.
Great first
successful first match stream. Thank you so much for hopping on, and thank you all for watching. Don't go anywhere though. We got some Minecraft action coming up after the break. Gonna be a good one. I'm not gonna be there. My main man Brody though, he will be. So it's gonna be a great time. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota is consistently ranked a best value in the Midwest. That means whatever you decide to study, you know it'll be worth it. A better job, less debt, and ready for whatever comes next. Because there's one thing we all have in common. We lead our own way.
Roseville will find their golden moment. Moments of the round. Roar dashes into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And fair. Straight in over the wide, but Flowy able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your Mnvl 2023 Fall State champions.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another beautiful Minecraft stream on another beautiful day on this beautiful winter day. I am Uno, and I am joined here with a production member who is usually behind the scenes, but is now in front of the camera. Aeolus, how's it going, bud?
It is going fantastic. I have always wanted to cast Minecraft, basically since I started here, some like year and a half ago. So I am absolutely thrilled. I'm hoping we see some good gameplay. Hopefully, not too much camping, but you know, it's Minecraft. It's kind of part of it. We'll see. But
Yeah,
I am. I'm all around thrilled. So yeah, tell us about these teams.
Wonderful. I am very glad to have you here, and we're very glad to have you on this Mnvl stream, but instead on mic. Here we have two wonderful teams. We have the Edina High School, and we have St. John Preparatory Academy. Both these teams, I believe Edina has been in previous tournaments before, and they've been around the block a few times. We've seen them many times on this before, and you know, honestly, I would say between these two teams, I mean, looking at their stats here, it's a pretty even matchup. You know, with I believe Edina being 3-3 and St. John also being 3-3, so it's a pretty even matchup between these two. And I'm, you know what, I am hoping for an explosive game. I'm hoping last time, as it was also explosive, and I'm hoping it starts off a very similar way. What about you?
Absolutely, yes. I've watched pretty much every Minecraft game we've had for the past, year and a half. So I know how these things go. Also, I have played. I may or may not have a third place state trophy. Well, actually, yeah, trophy. So I know what I'm talking about. You know, not to flex or anything, but I know a good match is always going to be even teams, really. If it's one really not so great team and one really, really good team, it's not that fun to watch. If it's two not so great teams, that's a lot more fun to watch, arguably. But I think that we're kind of at that sweet spot where I think we're going to be seeing some two pretty awesome teams playing together today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I believe we're going to have a great team here. We're going to have a great battle between these two. Like you were saying, even matchup. So I would say this is going to be, you know, this would be a fine stream to watch. Not a fine stream, a great stream, a wonderful
fantastic
stream. Even. And do you want to know what else is fantastic and wonderful and great?
Tell me, please.
The sponsors of our Mnvl stream. I would personally, from the bottom of my heart, I would love to shout out our wonderful collegiate sponsors, Concordia University St. Paul, Gustavus Davis College, and University of North Dakota for our collegiate sponsors of the winter Mnvl season. If you want a career in esports and you would like to pursue this even further, be sure to check out those universities and check out the Twitch commands in the YouTube chat for learn more information about their programs. And I would even like to make an even special thanks announcement to Ribeiro for being our apparel partner. If you want any great apparel, well, if you ever look at a Mnvl shirt and you think, wow, that is really, really great, there it is. That's who it's from.
I will say, when I was competing, I was always jealous of the schools that had their own jerseys. So that is the place to go, for sure. I think we're going to be getting into it soon. It looks like we're going to be on Dragon today, so we're going to be seeing that lava. Hopefully some quick bed rushes. Not a water map, which is, you know, almost half of the map pool. So honestly excited to not see water for now. Fingers crossed.
Well,
that's my personal bias, but I think we're going to be getting into it very, very shortly here. But yeah, I'm excited.
Absolutely. I am very excited as well. Personally, honestly, I've said this before in other streams, and I'm going to say it again, and I stand by this. Yoshi is the best stage to throw right away. It's the best stage. I know it can be slow with all the honey, and I know that it can be slow because it's such a big map as well. But you know what? Why not? why not throw it off with Yoshi? I feel like we see Dragon too much. I love
True.
Dragon. Dragon is an amazing stage. It's a very easy, simple stage, and it's a great starter stage. But we could throw it up with some Yoshi. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like we could definitely do that.
Instead of a dragon, let's maybe get a dinosaur, and a really cute dinosaur at that. Maybe some eggs and some honey. Why not? Let's just change things up. But
A very cute green dinosaur.
Dragon does have its own set of gimmicks. Obviously, like I said, lava with the kind of wide ring around the entire map, making it very easy for some flank pushes, which does get really interesting. Obviously, that lava is going to be that risk factor, kind of making things a little more difficult. But I mean, I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to be on cast. Really, what can I say?
We're very happy to have you here. Okay, I'm
Thank
very
you.
excited to see you on here as well. All right, I feel like I've heard you enough in my ear. I've heard you enough, and I'd rather hear you and also see you right there. It's wonderful talking with you.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I although going back to the dragon flank points, I do agree with that. I feel like a lot whenever we see dragon, there's always going to be some bed break that we just don't see. And I feel like I try my hardest to keep an eye out for that type of stuff. And I really do. It is really hard to see these things sometimes because there's so many things going on, so many moving parts. I mean, when there's 8 people on a stage at once, it's gonna be difficult to catch the one, going and flanking. And I will say that is always the best part is when you don't see it, and it's that surprise factor. And you know what? Yeah, it is amazing.
For sure. I mean, I'll say when I'm producing and we're trying to get the spectator to, capture all the most exciting moments, it's always frustrating when you don't see the bed break and the chaos that ensues immediately. But if they're trying to play stealthy against four other players, sometimes they're stealthy enough where we don't see it either. So sometimes seeing that message in chat of Blue's bed has been destroyed and suddenly everything is up in the air. Who knows what's going to happen? That's why I like Minecraft Bed Wars. Let's just say, I'll put it out there.
It's an amazing game. It really is. There's so many good things you can say about that game. And you know what? Honestly, if you can get past our production members, you have done a feat on that own. Honestly, like that is impressive.
Absolutely.
So honestly, I would, if you ever get a sneaky.
And it looks like we are now in game. It looks as if we've got Floppy Cat on red, so the teams are correct on the top. I always have to make sure. It's my producer brain.
Yep.
Looking like we're getting early mid by red, which is always a very important factor. A lot of times you can decide the game just by who's getting to mid first, genuinely. So.
And going back to the bed right away? Is that what's going on? Wow.
Okay. I'm liking the early push.
2v1? That's aggressive. I don't feel like we see that very often. At least not this aggressive.
This is a different level of aggression for sure. Looks like they were able to kind of protect that bed, but they still have that red player, and this is something I would always try and do as well, is just constantly be applying pressure, because if you're applying pressure, and they just have to play defense. They can't be getting their materials. They can't be getting M's. They can't be getting that mid control that they need to be getting if you're constantly applying pressure to their bed. And that's absolutely what we're seeing from Medina right now.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always such an insane thing to see. Whenever there's that one player, that one pesky player that just never leaves. Because you're so focused on that one player trying to get them out, and at some point you see the rest of the team coming in and they're like full iron armor, they got iron tools, they got fireballs, they got TNT. I mean, and then you're even more overwhelmed. So absolutely, I agree with the statement of trying to keep that one player there, like a pesky fly or something like that, just something that's like just buzzing around your head at all times.
Totally. It looks like the server, unfortunately, is having some lag. This is just something that kind of comes with the...
Bed broke?
Oh, man! Already? He looks like he got that
Wow.
iron axe and was able to destroy that wood. That lack of stone there was just what
Yeah.
made it happen. Wasn't able to get any final kills, but it looks like we've got an Edina player hoping to get a couple picks, but probably
Yeah.
just gonna get comboed by 4 blue players. We'll see.
Hey, you know what? That's all good. Honestly, I'm not upset about that at all. I would just
Not at all.
I would just sit there and be like, you know what? Let's go back. Let's all group up as a team and just run. You know,
Mhm.
that it is at this point you have the entire game at the palm of your hands. You know, you
Totally.
got that early lead, so why not? Why not? You know, there's no risk. There's very little risk, I should say.
I'll say that bed defense that I saw in red was, to put it nicely, sorely lacking. We have maybe like 1 layer of end stone. Thanks for going back, Spectator. Appreciate it. And then some glass. Looks like there's some more people playing that defense, but if blue is able to do a really aggressive play, I know it's risky when you've got final kills on the table, but sometimes it's just worth it to try and do that last ditch attempt of maybe we can just snipe their bed, you know? And now would
Absolutely.
totally be the time they're totally vulnerable.
I will say though, it is going to be difficult to get that last ditch event because you have all those the end stone and the glass. I mean, it's going to be really difficult, but it is definitely possible and it's definitely doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they've got some 2-on-2 action. I'm seeing some people just kind of sitting there and spawn, trying to get those materials, trying to just hunker down, see if they can avoid the ensuing drama. But
That does not to me that is not the right action here.
I don't think so.
No, because you're risking a 2v2 and you're risking final lives here, And I see that Floppy Cat might be getting one from Romantic Sign, maybe. I'm seeing very low health.
2 health, 1 heart
Yup.
left on Romantic Sign. Was lucky or skilled enough to survive and have their team take that fight for them. No final kills. Still holding out strong on blue,
Nope.
which I'm very happy to see for blue.
Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. It does seem like they did add some more defenses, which I'm very happy about. They added a bunch of wool, and I think this is a perfect time to sneak in a little fun fact about Bed Wars.
A fun fact? Yes, please.
So back in the olden days,
Do you
back
see
in
any
the olden days
players?
of
Sorry.
I am not seeing any players. No.
Okay, because
It does
a
seem like
little
they.
shake
Oh.
head. I see. Looks like we are having some
I am-
technical difficulties, which you hate to hear. You always do hate to hear. We might be
Switching
redoing this onto a
servers?
different server. We're going to be cutting back to us now, so let's just do
And
that.
should we?
All right, we're back.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Uh,
I guess now is a good time to fill some time with a
absolutely.
Bed Wars fun fact. So,
Please.
fun fact about Bed Wars: it used to be for wool. You actually used to sell it in stacks of 24 and not 16. They must have lowered it after a while, but I honestly I'm not entirely sure why they did. All I know is that's what's happened, and I'm not the reasoner. I'm just a messenger.
That's my favorite fun fact. We don't know why. It's just happening.
It just is. That's just how it is sometimes.
I think we might actually be going back to game. I think the teams have decided to
Alright.
play it out.
Yes.
This is to be determined, so take all this with a grain of salt, but let's get back to the action, hopefully.
Question mark.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
So
It does seem like we're seeing the players, but they're a bit laggy, but it's not a big deal. Oh, we're seeing a lot of
Okay.
final team. Oh, we cut back just in time to see blue team
Apparently.
get wiped. Wow. You can see Floppy Cat coming in with 3, or Floopy Cat, apologies, coming in with 3 kills. All right.
This is interesting. Well, yeah, I suppose
mean-
red team the game has ended. Red team won.
Yeah.
Edina, that is a 1-0 for Edina. And I think they'll probably be switching servers to our maybe hopefully a little bit less laggy server. And I'm going to cut back to us now.
Wonderful. Do you believe that while we are finding another server, should we be sending to break? Maybe.
I think that is a fantastic idea. So, apologies for the slight technical difficulties, but we will be back at a moment's notice. Don't go anywhere. Minecraft action right after this.
Hey, it happens. See ya.
Right after this.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota is consistently ranked a best value in the Midwest. That means whatever you decide to study, you know it'll be worth it. A better job, less debt, and ready for whatever comes next. Because there's one thing we all have in common. We lead our own way.
Roseville will find their golden moment. 9 moments of the round. Roar dashes into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles. Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And fair. Go straight in, go wide, but Flo able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your Mnvl 2023 Fall State champions.
Us. All right. I believe you are muted, unfortunately. You need to unmute, bro.
That is the worst thing that's ever happened. I was just yapping for so long. Restart, retake. Back to
Rewind. Nothing happened.
Yeah,
You're good.
nothing happened. Welcome everyone to another. Welcome back from the break. It is wonderful to see you guys again. I'm happy to see you here. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing well. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It happens, as so is the way with it just happens. With live performances, stuff happens. But hey, we're back.
Absolutely.
We're back in action. And although we did miss it a little bit there, we were watching some ghosts for a little bit. We are here and we are able to see that, Edina did end up coming in with the win. They broke the bed really early and they were just able to get the pressure in. And I'm assuming, I'm taking an educated guess here, that they were able to just put pressure, and eventually the St. John's defenses just crumbled. And hey, you know what? That's okay. Just get back up, brush yourself off, and let's go with the next one.
Absolutely. It looks like we are going to be going back to Dragon, I believe. And I think we should be getting in momentarily. Obviously, takes a little while to get 8 players onto a different server. Right. But hopefully, we can see St. John's kind of hopefully learn something from the last time and maybe be more aggressive at mid and try not to let those red players get past you and get to your bed so early.
Absolutely. I do wonder what the idea with going back to Dragon is. I mean, I know you just lost on Dragon, so you maybe switch it up a bit. But I'm not complaining. Dragon's a great map, and hey, it is a very neutral map, so sometimes you lose one and you just win the next one, It's so something. Sometimes you'll win a game, you'll lose a game on Dragon. It's not as clear cut as some of the other ones.
Totally. Mm-hmm. And as especially if they just play it ever so slightly differently. They just, as long as they're, those red players just sneaking past at the beginning, those two Edina players sneaking through during that mid rush, that was honestly all it took. And from there, St. John's was just trying to scramble to get any sort of footing, which they ended up not being able to do.
Yeah. And you know what? After a loss like this, it wasn't even a bad loss. It was just some small, tiny errors that just kind of led up to this. And you know what? That's not even bad. I would not, if I'm St. John, I would not feel bad about this loss. And like you were saying, just get more aggressive. Just be a little more aggressive at the middle a little bit. Maybe, I wouldn't even worry about your defenses as much. You're doing great on defenses. You just need to get that offensive momentum going. And I believe that is something that I believe that's just if you just put that forward more, you'll absolutely make it further, and you'll get way, and you might even, you will end up winning this game.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like pretty much what you said is offense is going to be your best defense. The best thing to do when people are pushing to your bed is to push to their bed. If you've got an annoying fly by their head, they're going to be too busy swatting to, release the jar with their flies. It's what a gross analogy. I don't know where that one came from, to be honest. But yeah, flies. We'll go with it.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. But I think the point does definitely still stand. As long as you can both kind of have those players constantly playing aggressive while you've got a couple people getting resources, getting that bed defense, I think Edina just wouldn't really have a chance with that with their current strategy.
Yeah, but that also does add in the fact that, well, Edina could definitely up their defenses. We saw last game their defense wasn't quite the best because they're focusing so much on offense. But
exactly.
Hey, this game maybe they're like, hey, you know what? I didn't like our defense. Let's up it up. Let's get stronger. Let's get more out of this, because there's so many options you can choose from. Starting out with just Wool is an amazing defense. I do understand the strategy of going to end stone right away and going to glass so you can get that immediate shell, and then you just cover it, with that cushioning, really. But honestly, I would say just get the basics down right away. You can always fix it. You can always go back and change it later. But until then, I will say that is one weak point that definitely could be fixed. However, it clearly didn't impact them very much because, if you look right here, here, right there, you can see it's they have the one next to their name, so maybe not, but maybe we do see that, maybe we don't. And as we are going into the game,
Hopefully soon. It appears
I
we
was hoping for
are.
that read.
We're having. That's fair. I appreciate the attempt.
I was hoping,
Every
I was
time
hoping to get
there have been several times where casters will just be like, "All right, and I think we're getting into game right now," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. What are you talking about?" Or sometimes they'll be like, "Not quite ready," and I'll just try to scramble to make it seem like a good transition.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, you know what? Sometimes you win some, you lose some.
Absolutely.
And hey, I'll go back for it next time. Like right now.
Okay.
No.
Appreciate it.
That would be an amazing, crazy transition. But no. So I did hear word. I did hear word that we are still in the lobby. So we're just waiting a little bit longer, which is totally fine.
Yes.
Ow,
So,
wow.
with the lag, there is some question about the validity of the points, which obviously admin is always taking very seriously. But the understanding is, unfortunately, no one wants lag. But if there is going to be server lag, it is going to pretty much affect everyone equally. So, in that scenario, things are just going to be the way that they are. Unfortunately, obviously, the lag is constantly something that we are striving to fix, and I have seen an improvement over time, but
Hey.
you got to do what you got to do, and Adina was able to play through that lag.
Yeah, you just play the cards you got, and hey, you know what? Sometimes the lag is, lag sucks, but it's a part of life. Or maybe not life. It's a part of video games. Esports.
Definitely a part of life.
I do see that if it got really bad, they ended it early. I could see this becoming more of an argument, or if there was a miscommunication between the teams. But as far as I know, this does not seem like it is going to be a point removed. I believe it's going to be for Edina, which does suck, and that is unfortunate. It is, but hey, you just take a deep breath in
Absolutely.
and out, and you go, you know what? Let's just win the next one. Let's make that point not matter. You take that that feeling in your chest and you used it to fuel yourself for the next game.
Absolutely. So, this is far from over. It's one game out of potentially 3. And I mean, the match was completed, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but you can't look at the past. You got to only be thinking about what are you doing in the future? What are you doing now to help your team win? So yeah.
Yeah, and I guess as we wait, what if you're sitting here in St. John's series, okay? You just lost a game due to partially due to lag. You do have to admit it was partially due to lag, but overall it was just a factor of many features. I mean, what is your strategy going into this next one? We talked about being more aggressive. We talked about really using your offense as your best defense. As you said earlier. So as St. John, what else do you think is going through your head right now?
Totally. Well, something you always need to be thinking about, especially with the current meta, you got to be thinking about equipment, armor especially. Getting those wing boots that we see so often, that double jump is always a help. Save you from void potentially. potentially get you out of a fight you can't necessarily take. Those are always very strong. That and also we saw that axe work absolute wonders for Edina earlier. Being for one a very heavy hitter, but also providing that utility of helping him just melt through that wood and get to bed without Blue having a chance to even react. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, if I'm Edina here, right? I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do the same thing. I mean, as far as I can tell, they played a wonderful game. They played an amazing game. They rushed correctly. They made their defenses. I do think they could have improved their defenses just a little bit more, but honestly, that's not the biggest thing here. You know, they got that equipment. They got those the middle as fast as you could. And you know what? Hey, why not just redo it? Do it again. You know, pull the same match. So, yeah, that's what I would say if you're Edina or if you're St. John. If you're Edina, just do the same thing. If you're St. John, just patch those cracks in your strategy here and come at it again.
Absolutely. Mind you, you can't just say, all right, what we're doing works. Because people are constantly adapting. You can't get too set in your ways, you know? But I agree. What they're doing is absolutely working, and it looks like we are back into game right now.
Wonderful,
it looks like,
with some amazing quality.
Yeah, I will say, producer's doing really good today. Really, really good.
Nice job, everyone over on production side. And may I just shout out really quickly our production members, always doing amazing, doing wonderful, and our admin members just, you know, helping out with situations like this where there's a bit of a gray area, a fuzzy situation going on. And you know what? They're here to help for that exact reason.
Absolutely. And
so
it looks
just absolutely thank you.
Yeah. And it looks like SJP is on blue, Edina's on red. Just to reiterate, and it looks like
correctly.
Red is once again getting to mid and now getting that push with 3 players, not even 2 this time, with 3 players. SJP is able to get down to bed defense relatively quickly. Looks like there is some lag. But Edina is simply just playing tactically, is playing fast, playing aggressive, and if SJP can counter this push with their own thing, I mean, we're already seeing a very, very strong start for Edina. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought they weren't gonna see him for a second.
Almost that stealth bed break was crazy.
I do see the back there is a little open. I wonder if they're gonna try to. I wonder if he's gonna try to get that, blocking himself in.
Very smart. Looks like. Oh my gosh! I don't know if I
saw
that
was
correctly,
that bed?
but I think bed might have been exposed there. Looks like.
Hey, they're all trapped in there.
Oh my! No
oh my
way!
Gosh!
It was.
This is just another
They were
repeat.
all holed in.
They were all
No
trapped because they
way.
couldn't see that. Honestly, Sonali, that was an
What a play.
extremely impressive play. So, for those of you who could not tell what happened there, basically he boxed them in, and the way that Minecraft Entity works, if something is in your way, you can't break it, you can't build, nothing. So he just boxed them in that 2-block area and just used that to his advantage to not let them out. And that honestly is so impressive on their end. Like, genuinely.
Sonali, she is, you know, a very, very strong player. We've seen time and time again. And basically taking that 1v3 and getting that bed break, I mean, that is the stuff you want to see at state finals. That was an incredibly good play. And it looks like we're seeing 2 final kills.
And that
team
was
eliminated.
Game. Was that even 10, 15 minutes?
No, it definitely wasn't.
That was a very, very quick game. Very quick. Got in there and just did not even give him a chance to honestly do anything. Didn't allow him to get any resources. Didn't allow him to upgrade any equipment. Didn't allow him to do a whole lot of things. And that worked to their favor. Wow.
Absolutely it did. I mean, if this goes to show anything, the lag was very minimal and at one point pretty much gone for this match. If that shows anything, it shows that Edina was the superior team for this best of 3. I mean, once again, Sonali, she absolutely stole the show. I mean, that was a fantastic play. I'm sure her team is very, very happy right now. So congrats to Edina. SJP was simply playing too defensive, I think. I think that was the big problem.
I would agree. I believe SJP was just a tiny bit too defensive, especially in that beginning there. I mean, you want to get to that middle right away. You know, you want to get there right away. You want to get that emerald. You want to get those resources going, and you want to stop their own push. Because you can see Edina, they got to the middle and they smelled blood. They smelled blood in the water. They saw that they weren't in the middle. They didn't even bridge out yet. And Edina was like, you know what? Let's just capitalize on this. And immediately build across and just did not let go of the reins that they had over SJP. And honestly, might I just say, SJP, don't feel terrible about this game. You know, this was a really good game on your part, and you did play well. It just so happened that Edina just bum rushed you, honestly, and that just it threw you off guard. And you know, and now you just got, like I said earlier, take a deep breath, brush yourself off, and just do some VOD review. Look over what happened and just think, well, what could have gone better? What did we do well? What could have gone better? And honestly, I think you just get it next time, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, if there's one thing SJP should be taking away from this is four-man stack at bed, it's just not working. I really don't think it's working. I would highly recommend, we did this a couple times back in the day, scrimmaging with another team is always massively beneficial, and I would highly recommend trying to move your players around, see what really works, see who's going to be best on resources, see who's going to be best building that bed defense, have your most combat proficient players taking those fights at mid, seeing if you can't rush the bed early, and honestly, just experiment, see what you can do. But yeah, four-man stack at bed, it's just not working.
Absolutely, I agree. And you know, I feel like they definitely could have done some things with those things, because you had people with the likes of like TC, or I believe it was CT in the game. That person, they were very, very combat proficient, as you were saying earlier. I feel like if you got a little more confident, if you just realize, hey, you know what, if I die, I respawn, I come back, and 99 times, you keep a lot of your tools and equipment. I mean, it used to be, I understand, they were the bit older players, you know, because there was a while when you didn't keep, you know, when you didn't keep equipment. And you know what? Yep. That's okay. If you don't keep equipment, just get it back. At least you pushed, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when you're pushing like that, I guess just to reiterate one last time, when you're pushing like that, if you are 1v4ing on the opponent's island and you don't get a single kill, you are still absolutely contributing. You are holding all 4 of those players at the island, wasting their time, preventing them from getting those materials, preventing them from getting M's. All of that is massively, massively beneficial to the game. People are just a lot of times too afraid to die and respawn, you know?
Yeah. And hey, you know what? It happens. People live, people learn, and this is one of those situations, you know? Live and learn.
Absolutely.
And hey, Edina, nice job today. I will say this was one of the more exciting best of 3s that I have seen in quite some time. And if you don't mind, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for everyone who came and saw the stream, watched this amazing game. And you know, I just gotta say thank you to all of you, and have a wonderful Monday night. Thank you to everyone.
Absolutely. And I think that will be it for the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you later.
See you later.